On January 16th, international sanctions against Iran were lifted 37 years after they were put in place.
The agency inspectors on the ground verified that Iran has carried out all necessary measures.
The United States and the EU will immediately lift nuclear-related sanctions, expanding the horizon of opportunity for the Iranian people.
With the gates to Iran finally open, the world is looking for opportunities in this golden market. As we seek to open a new era of cooperation with Iran, we met with experts for some advice. Iran has a population of 80 million, making up a giant market. It has the world's second largest gas reserve and fourth largest oil reserve. The sleeping giant of the Middle East has been awakened. In the absence of the US and Europe under the sanctions regime, Korea has taken the lead in the premium market. Although trade has been in decline since 2011, cars and electronics exports to Iran have been growing steadily.
제대 기간 동안 EU 기업이 철수했던 이란 시장에서 한국 기업은 지속적으로 서비스를 해왔고 제품을 직접 사용해봤던 소비자들이나 바이어들이 품질에 대해서 대단히 만족을 하고 있습니다.
Korea, with a high trade dependence on China, looks to Iran as a post-China market. The Iranian government will award construction contracts worth $160 billion in 2016 alone. Korean companies have a competitive edge in Middle Eastern infrastructure projects based on long experience. Companies are working to get a head start in this emerging market. Managing Director Jackie Chung has been working for 14 years at the Tehran branch office. He shared with us his experiences in the Iranian market.
Iran is the only industrialized country in Middle East and CIS. It is a really big market with a great potentials.
Kolon Global plans to launch K-beauty brands optimized for the Iranian market this year.
좋은 서비스, 그다음에 좋은 품질, 그다음에 좋은 가격으로 어프로치 해야 된다는 부분은 저희 상사뿐만 아니라 제조사에서도 같이 이렇게 공감을 하고 협력을 한다고 하면은 저희가 이제 새로운 수출 시장으로서의 가능성을 좀 더 열어놓고 이렇게 확장시킬 수 있을 걸로 판단이 됩니다.
기존 제품의 트레이딩만 기존에 저희가 수출을 했다면 이제는 또 한국의 IT, 여러 가지 아이템이며 또 IoT, IoE가 다 구현될 수 있는 이런 시스템들을 또 한국의 문화까지 얹혀서 할 수 있는 부분들을 찾고자 저희가 집중하고 있습니다.
Iran is still unfamiliar territory. Chung advises Korean companies to adopt new approaches for the new market.
Korean companies should now find their own unique sales point and press this niche market in between Chinese and European products by taking advantage of Korean wave. It means we should compete not only with the competitive price, but by telling stories, cultures, contents, and by providing such value into its product.
Cultural exchange also plays an important role in trade. Korean products can easily be found in Iran's large supermarkets. Hyundai's Tucson and Pride are household cars. The Korean wave is also going strong. We met with Hassan Taherian, ambassador of Iran to Korea, working to boost economic partnership between Korea and Iran through diplomacy.
Korean companies, they have in somehow a good advantage in the new situation in Iran because first we have very good relation with your country, so it means that they can enjoy this good relation atmosphere for doing the business in Iran.
What are some areas that Korea and Iran could strike win-win partnerships in?
Main priority is the development of the projects in the oil and the gas sector. And for the next 5 years, we already just identified and introduced 50 projects in this sector that it worth $185 billion of the investment. So it is good opportunity for the Korean companies to invest and to participate on those projects.
There are also those who caution against taking an overly rosy-eyed view of the Iranian market.
Korean companies, if they wish to enter into an agreement with the Iranian market for the new areas, then they need to consult with the specialists or experts in advance to address such kind of so-called snapback issues, which means that the reimposition of the Iranian economic sanctions against Iran.
I call this a crisis rather than an opportunity. European and Japanese companies will eventually try to come back to Iranian market with a full force after lifting of sanctions. It is time for Korean companies to be fully prepared and seek for new unique ways of re-entering Iranian market.
Come February, a Korea-Iran Joint Economic Committee meeting will be held in Tehran. We look forward to a win-win sales diplomacy between the two countries in the years ahead.